Hello, it's Jennifer to the rescue. We're glad to have you here today. We're actually doing a special show. You can check me out at jennifertotherescue.com. I'm not here to talk about me today. I'm actually going to say, first of all, though, thank you to Logan Street Signs and Banners for having us in. We are so happy to be here because it's that time of year when everybody's getting ready. The holidays are right around the corner. Can't believe it. You know, we need to say something about Noblesville Trophies and Noblesville Signs and Banners. You need to connect with them if you need any of that, which you do need it. Believe me, I've used their services many times. But we are at that time of year when we need to be talking about the holidays. Can't believe it. But the holidays come for some people, and it's not quite as good as it is for others. Right. So we have found the head elf of Secret Families Hamilton County. That's pretty much what your title is.
That is pretty much my title, Jennifer. And
Tom Flanagan. Sorry, didn't introduce you right. Okay.
Indeed, Christmas is just around the corner for us. As you know, our event this year is on December the 9th. We're always the second Saturday in December each year. And this will be our fourth effort. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you having me here today because I spend most of my time trying to get the word out across the county about who we are and what we do. And if I may, just a minute about what we do is pretty simple. We started and actually launched this in 2014. We're one of 5 counties in central Indiana that do this program, but we all operate independently. So I basically go out to the elementary schools, the public elementary schools in Hamilton County, working with the principals and the guidance counselors to identify families that will not have Christmas without intervention. Depending on how much money we raise, and we spend about $550 per family. We then determine the families that we can serve on that day. We do not vet the families once the school gives us a name. So if they give us the name and we have the funding, that family will be served. We've never been refused by a family, so I don't think that will ever be an issue. So what that family will get that day, we call and interview the matriarch or the head of that family, whoever it may be, and get names, ages, sizes, wants, and needs. And we don't just shop for the elementary child, we shop for everybody in the household. So that December the 9th is a one-day event. We start by shopping with those shopping lists at the Meijer store on the east side of Noblesville. And the only requirement we have shopping is there'll be a $1 limit per person, and every child under the age of 12 has to have at least one toy in their bag. They've got to have that Barbie or the fire truck or My Pretty Pony or whatever today's version of those are. I don't know about My Pretty Pony, but I may be dating myself by even saying those. In addition to that, if needed, they will get a live Christmas tree, complete with the stand, the lights, the ornaments, and all of the decorations. Our team will go out first thing that morning and set those up. Or they will either decorate them or the family can decorate them, which if they choose to do that, that's fine. We will then go from the Meijer store, which has supported us all 4 years, to, for the first time this year, the Wasson Nursery and Outdoor Living Center on 126th Street, where those packages will be wrapped and put back in clear plastic bags and staged for shipping to those families, delivery to those families yet that day. In addition to their packages and the Christmas tree, every family receives a box of non-perishable food that weighs about 52 pounds, and they receive what we call an in-kind bag that's got household care products and personal care products along with it. And what those deliveries, the wrapping will start at Wasson at 8:30. The deliveries will start at about 10:30 that morning. Last year, we served 40 families, which was growth of 300% from the previous year. This year, we're hoping to be funded to serve at least 80 families in the Hamilton County area. Last year, we worked with 15 of the elementary schools, virtually every school district in the county. And we'll see this year how that works out. We're just now starting to meet with the schools and starting to put together what I call their on-deck lists of those that we might serve. So it's an exciting, very busy day, very busy time, very hectic day. As I mentioned to you earlier, I can't tell you who was there that day because it's all kind of a flash. My team will be at the Meijer store at about 4:30 that Saturday morning, getting things ready to go.
Because it's a full day.
Excuse me. But last year we had roughly 240 volunteers.
I was there.
that was, you were, and maybe the best thing to do is to share what the impact was for you, because I have always said we do impact lives of the families we serve, but I'm never sure that we impact them as much as we impact the volunteers that get to do it.
Well, I told you earlier that my experience was kind of unique because I was rapping, and then I thought, well, I'll just rap. But then at the end of the rapping, it was so much fun to be part of that and see families and everybody gathering to rap, that then I wanted to go out and be part of the delivery. And somehow I ended up in a car full of Hispanic families. They were wonderful, and if they're watching or listening or whatever, it was a good experience. But I don't speak Spanish. I speak English.
Nor do I. That's why they're there.
Yes, it was wonderful because you have families that receive these packages that can't speak English. So it was funny though because they were laughing at me the whole time, and I know they were being kind, but it was just funny. But the reality is that we live in Hamilton County. We think it's all, everything is wonderful here, and I know that that's not true. And you've got 80 families you're trying to serve. Is that even shaving off anything?
Well, yes, it's shaving off something. Every family we help is significant. Yeah. If we do one, we would do it again. But to answer your question, no, that's barely a ripple in the ocean. Yeah. There are nearly 10,000 kids in Hamilton County on free or reduced lunch today. As you know, the population in Hamilton County is not only growing, it's growing more transient. That population is going to continue to add to the number of families in need. The food desert in Hamilton County is growing exponentially. There are families today in Hamilton County that will not have a meal other than what the kids would get at school. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's significant. If we were serving every child that their family they were in elementary and every family needed help, honestly, at this point, based on what the schools are telling me, I think we'd be serving between 1,000 and 1,200 families. And the situations, Jennifer, run the gamut. From just divorce, mom and dad both lost their jobs. We've had one where dad was terribly, terribly injured in an automobile accident on I-69. He had stopped for traffic and a semi didn't stop and ran over his car. He had had a number of back surgeries. Mom was a stay-at-home mom and is now transporting him around medically and trying to get him back to where he could get back to work. We've had a family that was here on political asylum from South America. It just runs the gamut of stories, and it's that story that we're trying to steal. I think we've all heard somebody during the holidays as they're sitting around just talking or chatting that, hey, do you remember, Jennifer, the year we didn't have Christmas because, and you can fill in that blank. Dad died, we lost a house, we'd moved, didn't have, whatever, fill in that blank. Our goal, and I hope I live long enough to see it here, is that no child in Hamilton County would ever be able to say that.
That's a wonderful goal. I actually, I went out on the deliveries just to say, and you're just amazed because some of the houses are beautiful, but you get inside and you realize, oh my goodness, somebody did. They either got sick, they lost their job, they had a horrific situation, who knows. And just the fact that I was able to be part of that, I walked away feeling just like I got to share this with everybody.
Yes.
So it does as much more, I think, for the people who participate. So
I do too.
Not to take away from we've got some wonderful opportunities for people to help.
Absolutely.
To do. They can always go to the website. They can actually email you. And they can call you. They
can volunteer and donate both on the website. Both are active right now, and we are getting both
so it's time.
It is time.
It is. I mean, it's not quite November, but it's almost November. But almost November. So you can go that way. And we've got a couple things coming up that are fundraisers for you. So why don't you share? Let's see. Chronologically speaking, you have one coming up with City Barbecue.
Indeed. This coming Thursday, which is November the 2nd, City Barbecue at Fisher's, which is basically 131st and 37, I think it's called Ambleside Drive, but 131st and 37, is sponsoring a fundraiser and it will last all day. So from their opening at 10:30 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night for
That's
either
nice.
dine in or carry out. There is a little coupon that you need that's got a UPC code on it that
Is it
needs
on
to
your
be
website?
scanned. It is not on our website, but it is on our Facebook page.
Okay, so there's
and I'll
a
be
Facebook
putting
page.
it back out again.
Okay, okay.
And they give us a very generous 25% of every ticket that we get scanned. I'm a little worried about the amount of barbecue I will consume during that 11 and a half hours, but I'm also kind of looking forward to that. But,
That's a very nice
then
thing.
you have really partnered with one of your friends to do something I'm terribly excited about.
Well, thank you for saying that. I think it'll be really exciting. We have on, actually, let's do it in chronological. So November 8th, we're going to be at Jim
Probably.
Dandy Restaurant from 4 to 8, doing kind of a, and that's the Noblesville Jim Dandy. It's on, I don't know. That's, oh, I know what it is. It's 2301 East Connor, I believe is where it is. Yeah, East Connor Street, which is also, no, it's Connor Street. It's 32 in Noblesville. But anyway, if you go in there between 4 and 8 on November 8th, which is a Wednesday, the following week, so you can eat at City Barbecue on the 2nd. The 8th, you go into Jim Dandy from 4 to 8, and they give you 15% of the time between 4 and 8. They will be giving. But we will also be talking about our holiday open house that Northside Networking and the Noblesville Event Center, which we've got the flyer, which Logan Street signs and banners are so awesome. They got it on there for us. That will be on Tuesday, November 14th, and that will be at the Noblesville Event Center, which address is 2350 Connor Street, and that's it used to be where Carolyn's consignments were. What else is in there? There's a couple. Jiffy Lube is right there. Yes, it used to be the Honda. Yes, they used to have, but now it's an event center, and it's
They're across from Jim Dandy.
they're across from Jim Dandy, right? So you
Indeed.
go to Jim Dandy. But anyway, this is a big deal because it's from 5 to 8 on Tuesday, November 14th, and there are tickets, and there's dessert, wine, there's a bunch of vendors, there's going to be raffle or a door prize, no, not door prizes, we talked about that, silent raffle, different things, different events happening. If somebody's interested in being involved in that, you can email me. You could certainly reach out to Tom, but myself, 317-513-6823. Good job. It's on there, as well as Carolyn Dynas is also available at the event center, and her number I think is on the flyer as well, but it's 317-650-5916. And vendor spots, silent auction, we're working on getting all kinds of things. So if you really, really, really love to be part of something like this, maybe you can't attend, you'd like to donate a silent auction gift or whatever, food, whatever. We want this to be a big deal, and certainly we're going to try to do it next year. I thought you were only doing 60 families, which I was amazed. Now you're doing 80 families?
Well, we'll see what the finances are. Certainly these will help. And
Oh, we hope
you know,
it
if I understand correctly, you can attend all 3 of those events, and you neither have to cook nor do dishes.
No kidding. You would.
Oh.
True.
You're going to eat anyway.
You're going to eat. Now, there is no, for the event on Tuesday, November 14th, you will have to get tickets either in advance from a member of Northside Networking. I'm sure if you reach out to Tom, you can say, hey,
I'll put him in
contact
touch with
Jennifer
you, indeed.
or Carolyn at the Noblesville Event Center. But we're not selling them online or anything, and you can get them at the door. We certainly want to have enough food. So please let us know when we'd like to get tickets as much in advance as possible. The whole idea is you haven't had a fundraiser quite like this, so we're hoping that we can at least take some of the burden off your shoulders. You're also doing a number of things with with the Anchor Health Chiropractic. You've got some fundraising they're doing.
A number of local companies that are stepping up, just like you have, and Carolyn and Jim Dandy. Chewy's has been a wonderful sponsor of ours throughout all 4 of our years.
Cool.
And is continuing to do that this year. And I'm also willing to come and speak to any groups, or I have a couple of other leadership team members that I've trained to speak on our behalf. So we've spoken to most of your Northside networking groups, exchange clubs, the Rotary clubs, Kiwanis, etc., to just help spread the word. The most important thing we can do at this point in time is get people to know that we're out there and know what we're doing. There are a number of wonderful things going on in Hamilton County in the way of charity, and if they're participating in one, great. We don't want to take them away from that, but we want to get the ones that aren't doing anything and help them understand. And I would also say that for our event on the 9th, we strongly encourage children. It's wonderful to watch their reactions. They're wonderful help shopping because they have the same eye as the kids that we're shopping for. It's fun to watch them wrap. You can give them a golf ball. They'll use 7 packages of tape, and it'll look like a grapefruit when it's done. It wouldn't look like a golf ball.
It was,
but they're never too young for us to flip the switch on that generosity gene in those kids. And most of them come back the second year.
So, yes, and then basically, so we've got all these events happening. You can reach out to Tom. On the website, though, Hamilton County's is December 9th, which is a Saturday. And if you want to volunteer, you want to find out how you can be helpful on some level, reach out to Tom. The website is right there. And I guess I would just say, you know, if you want to do something, there's something you can do. I mean, obviously, money is a big thing. Your time, your energy, whatever we can do, so it doesn't cost. You know, there's things that we can give that doesn't cost. And so we're glad to have you. Any thoughts? Did we miss anything?
We're thrilled that you've asked us to be here today. And we're going to be out there every year stealing one story at a time, and we just love to have everybody that's watching participate.
It's the best gift you can give yourself and your family for the holidays, I think, is to get involved in something like this. This is unbelievable, and you can talk to Tom about the story a little more in depth than he did. But now your first year, just one more time. First year you took care of.
First year, 2014, we had intended to do 2 families to get our feet wet and kind of figure out what we had done, had gotten ourselves into, and we ended up doing 9 because of fundraising. My prayer is always one more, although I also don't pay attention to numbers. It's let's just hit the person nearest us. The second year we did 13 families, and then the last year we did 40. So we're growing quite rapidly.
This year they're trying to do 80. So if you have questions, reach out to me at info@jennifertotherescue.com. Or Tom, go to the website. Tom Flanagan is the head elf here in Hamilton County, and we're so glad that you had a few minutes to share with us today, and we'll look forward to, we'll come back out here and let everybody know how great it was, and
super.
We'll do it again next year.
Thank you again.
You're welcome. Thank you to Logan Street Signs and Banners, and we hope that you will check this whole thing out. This is a big deal. We want to make it as big as we can, because we all want to have a nice holiday for the holidays, don't we? Thank you very much. Have a great week.